is Ashley, Scrapping Nerd, and today I'm doing a layout for Scraplift Crafternoon, and it's where a bunch of my crafty peeps and I get together and we scraplift somebody's wonderful layout. And today, this is the layout we are scraplifting, and it's by Wendy. And her Instagram account is below in the description box, so make sure you go and check out her wonderful layouts. She does amazing, amazing things. So today I am using my Pebbles Sunny Blooms collection. And I got this collection in my creative scrapbook kit. And it also came with the thickers. And then I have a Echo Park Life is Beautiful chipboard accents that I pulled out. But I actually didn't use any of the chipboard accents. But I pulled out these two pieces of paper. The stripe one I want for my back page. And then this kind of orange polka dot is going to be the center page. I took inspiration from Wendy's layout because she had the two kind of bright colored stripe on the side, and then she had her white page down the middle. But I really like pattern paper, so I'm using this orange page. And then I pulled in my ruler that kind of has the torn edge to rip the sides of the orange paper so that it's more distressed on the edges. And then I took my Tim Holtz distress tool and also ran that down the side of the ripped edges. And so that adds the interest to separate it from the striped paper in the back. And after I had glued the orange paper down, I realized I probably should have gutted the striped page, and it would have been nice to photo map my photo with the striped page. But alas, I did not. And so I pulled in this Tim Holtz collection stamp, and it's Raise, and it's one of my favorite ones, and I thought this mimicked Wendy's stitching that she did. And the Dilutions shimmer spray that I pulled in is, what is it? Pure Sunshine. And I use the packaging technique with some bubble wrap because I like how that looks, and I put it through the stencil. And then when I pulled the stencil off, you can't really see the definition of the raise as well as I would have liked because some of the dilution spray went under the stencil. So it wasn't really what I was going for. So I used my heat gun and I dried that. And then I pulled in, I have this Recollections embossing powder, but it's just gold. And it's like tinsel embossing. That's the word, tinsel. I was like, it's not the pure powder. But so I took some of my embossing ink and I just made a line of the embossing ink, and then I put some of that embossing powder on it, and then I'm going to use my just a dry paintbrush and kind of shape the ray that I am looking for, kind of the shape that I wanted, which I thought I was going to get with the stencil, and I didn't. So I'm putting this gold kind of on top of that Pure Sunshine, and so that the rays will be more defined. And then I also have this kind of mixed media in the background. So I will go through and I will do this the whole side there to add a bunch of rays. And this is just a way I left this all in because, you know, sometimes with mixed media, I have this idea in my head that what it's going to look like and it's be fantastic, and then I do it and it does not. And so instead of just throwing out the paper, I was like, okay, how can I make these rays be more prominent so that you can see them? And in Wendy's layout, she actually stitched some rays, and so that would also be a good solution to this problem, is more of having just like a blob of mixed media in the background and then stitching the rays on, just so that it kind of defines them. So there's a bunch of ways you could even, I could even trace the rays through the stencil with some, like a thin black ink pen or something, just to make them stand out. But I really liked this embossing powder here, and it's so shiny. Like you can see when you hit it with the heat gun, it just automatically turns real shiny. But that definitely made a difference and made my rays look more like rays as opposed to just a blob of orange mixed media. But I put the photo there and I was like, yeah, it needs to pop off a little bit. So I just went into my scrap bin, and I had this kind of white, it's white, but it's got kind of leaves on it. Scrap paper, you can't really tell that they're leaves because I cut the photo mat really tiny. But that just kind of pops the photo up. And then went into the thickers, the Sunny Blooms thickers, and pulled out this beautiful memories together. And I thought since today is Mother's Day, I would scrapbook a picture of my mommy and I. And this is actually us waiting. We went on a cruise last year for her 70th birthday. And this is us just waiting to get on the cruise. Just a fun little selfie of us, and I just love her in her little hat. She was just set to go on this cruise. She's adorable. So I liked the title, Beautiful Memories Together. And, you know, I pulled in a bunch of embellishments that technically don't mean, you know, vacation or cruise or summer. I pulled in this little house with this tree. But, you know, this is going in the cruise album, and so I feel like there'll be enough of all of that embellishments. I don't feel like I need to have every page have embellishments that specifically are for a cruise. And I just really liked this little house and the tree just to kind of create a little scene. Since, like I said, it's just a simple selfie of us sitting here waiting. There's no really scenery to pull off of. It's just me and my mommy, and so I liked building this little scene. And then I have sunshine days, and I put some little flowers and a little mushroom down in the bottom right. In Wendy's, she had a cluster down on the right also, but I didn't want to cover up my rays as much, so I kept my clusters to the left side. And I thought I was going to put that frame up there around that cluster, but I decided I didn't like it. And then lastly, I'm going to pull in this little snail here to put with the flowers and the mushroom. And then I pull in a little bee also. But that is going to be the layout. Thank you to everyone that has liked and subscribed to my channel. I really appreciate it. If you haven't yet, go ahead and hit those buttons below. Make sure you go and check out every one of my crafty peeps that are scraplifting Wendy today and see what they did with her inspiration layout, as well as check out Wendy's Instagram and with loads of inspiration from her there. And I hope everyone has a great day, and happy Mother's Day to all of the mothers, whether you're furry friend moms or stepmoms or adopted moms or biological moms. I mean, the list goes on. Just happy Mother's Day to everyone out there. All right, guys, have a good day. Bye.